In this video, we're going to practice multiplying and dividing fractions. So remember our formula. If you ever forget, refer back to that formula book. So here, remember when we times a fraction, it gets multiplied to the top. Okay, so it becomes this. So if I were to say, let's say, what's 2 over 7 times 3? Okay, what is that? Well, if you look at the formula here, this is C here. Okay, that's C here, and this is A here. Okay, A here, and B is this here. So if you look at the formula, you're saying get A times C. So basically, it gets multiplied to the top. So the answer would be 6 over 7. Okay, and if it's divide, the divide. Suppose someone gives you a fraction here divided by C. Remember, it gets multiplied to the bottom when it's divide. So it's A over B C. So if someone gives you, let's say, 3 over 8 divided by 5. Well, this here is C. Okay, this here is A. B is here. Okay, so if you follow the instruction, here is just A. A gets carried across here, and well, B times C. B is this bit here. 8. Well, basically 5 gets multiplied with B, so it would be 40. So the answer would be 3 out of 40. What that means is that if you have one whole of something, divide it into 40 pieces, so there'd be 10 in here, and then you take 3 pieces here. That would be your answer. Okay. All right. So now it's your turn to practice. Let's say 4 over 7 divided by 3. What is that? So press pause and have a go. Now we are dividing, so it gets multiplied to the bottom. So the answer would be, well, the top stays the same, 4, and then 3 times 7, that would be 21. Okay, so the answer would be 21. Okay, what is this now? 4 over, let's say, 9 times 2. What is that? Now press pause and have a go. Here, remember, A over B times C, it gets multiplied to the top. So it would be this. This would be 8, and this would be 9. Okay. Let me do one weird example, and then you can have a go after this. Let's say 3x squared y to the 7 z to the 5. Okay, over 7a to the power of 5, b to the power of 2, c to the power of 3, whatever, times let's say 4, x to the power of 3, y to the power of 2, z to the power of 2, let's say. Okay, what is that? Well, when you're multiplying, it goes to the top. Okay, so who cares? Remember our lion times tiger, it becomes a liger. Well, this is the same thing here. All the two, but basically it's me saying this thing here multiply with this thing here. Remember, when we're multiplying, it comes together. The two just merge together. So 4 times 3 will be 12. Okay. Now the x times with x to the power 3. Well, remember, x squared means x times x, and then you've got to times it with x to the power 3, which is that. Okay. So this would be x to the power 5. So the answer is x to the power 5 here, and y. Well, y to the power of 7 times y squared is y to the power of 9, and then the z times with this z here, this would be z to the power of 7. And the bottom part, the bottom number, well, the bottom part stays the same. So this stays the same. Okay, so it would be 7a to the power of 5, b squared, c to the power of 3. Okay, it stays the same. So when you times, it gets multiplied to the top. Okay, this one here. Let's give you this one here. Let's see if you can do this. 3x squared y to the power of 5 over 7. Let's say a to the power of 8, b to the power of 3 times 5 to the power x to the power of 3, y to the power of 4. Okay, so what does this become? Remember, when you times, it gets multiplied to the top, because the first thing you should look at is this sign here. Is it times or divide? Here's times, so multiply it to the top. So press pause and have a go. Here you multiply to the top, so this would be 3. Well, my fraction is going to be here. The bottom part I know will be the same. Okay. Now it's just 5. The two will merge together. These two will merge together. So 5 times 3 is 15. So 15 here. X times with the x over here. That would be x to the power of 5. Y here times to the y here, so that would be y to the power of 9. Okay, so this would be your answer. Now divide is the same thing, but to the bottom. So if I were to give you 3x to the power of 7, y to the power of 6, divided by 4a squared b to the power of 3, divided by let's say 2a to the power of 5, b to the power of 6. Well, what is this? Well, here you've got remember the top stays the same. It gets multiplied to the bottom. Don't forget. So the top stays the same. So basically this gets multiplied to the bottom. So 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, and then the a times with this a here, so that would be a to the power of 7, and b times with this b here, so that would be b to the power of 9. Okay, so now your turn. Let's see. Let's say 7x to the power of 6, y to the power of 5, divided by 2 to the power of 2a to the power of 4, b squared, divided by, let's say 3, a to the power of 5, b to the power of 4. So what is this? Press pause and have a go. Remember, when you divide, you multiply it to the bottom. So, well, the top stays the same, and it gets multiplied to the bottom. So here 3 times 2 is 6. The a's will merge together, so that would be a to the power of 9, and the b's will merge together, so that will be b to the power of 6. Okay, so it's the same thing really. If someone gives you something like let's say 3 over 8, and then times 2 here, well, it gets multiplied to the top, so it will be 6 to the power of 8. Now if someone gives you 3 to the power of 7 times 5, divided by 5, okay, divided by 5, well, it gets multiplied to the bottom, so the top stays the same. 5 5 times 7 would be 35. Okay, so that this would be, it's the same idea. Just remember that when you have a fraction, when you times, it goes to the top, and when you divide, it gets multiplied to the bottom. Okay.